Scrolling online for decorating ideas, do you ever get a little confused? Or when you're out shopping, you kind of gather up the things that call to you, but once you get them all home, they don't seem to make any sense? Or maybe you're moving things from room to room a lot because you can't sort of make something gel in one space? Maybe it's time for a home decor vision board. In today's video, I'm gonna help you, and actually help myself, create a full, beautiful big vision board to help me stay straight and narrow towards my goals for this home renovation. If you're new to my channel, hi, I'm Lindsay, a former teacher DIY renovating our 71-year-old ranch-style home in Seattle, one new skill and project at a time. I make videos about interior design so we can learn and style our homes together. As always, check out the description box for chapters and links to anything mentioned in today's video, and if it's missing anything, drop me a comment. We bought our 1952 ranch-style home in Seattle back in April 2021. When I shared that empty house tour, my head was bursting with all my visions and dreams for renovation. But my busy teaching career made it really difficult to actually make progress. I found that a lot of projects got started but maybe didn't get finished. I created something for a video, but then I wasn't able to follow up and continue on to the next steps. And maybe there were huge gaps or diversions or confusions along the way. And I've maybe had some challenges with staying true to my vision. One thing that really helps me, of course, is using Pinterest. I know a lot of us use that digital pin board to gather ideas, but how many of those ideas actually end up impacting our homes? Sometimes it becomes a sort of cluttered collection of random stuff that we've been pinning since, I don't know, what year did Pinterest become a thing? I know that was true for me, and switching over to a fresh account really helped. But even still, with a fairly new account, I'll share that below if you want to check out all the things I've been pinning for our home renovation. One thing I find is that making something tactile, printing it out, framing it, putting it in your home, in your workspace, it's gonna creep into your mind, stay sticky in the brain, and actually be with you when you're out shopping or working on projects. Choosing a paint color, it's gonna keep you focused on what your goals truly are for your home renovation. Even doing a little mini makeover on a space, a vision board can make all the difference. If you're anything like me, you're out at home decor stores, thrift shops, and you find things that you like that had absolutely nothing to do with what your goals were. First things first, you're going to want to start with a bulletin board. This can be something super simple. You can take a plain cork board from Amazon and spray paint it or paint it the same color as your wall color. It will kind of fade into the background. You can use kind of simple pins and you've created something out of nothing. You can even put this behind a door. Behind the door in my office would be a good place if I didn't feel like I had any other wall space. The door open would cover it, but I would also be able to see it anytime that I wanted. If you don't want to DIY something, honestly, you don't have to. I just found this beautiful board. It has a fabric backing and a gold frame on Amazon. It was fairly affordable. It's a nice big size, which I do recommend for this project. You're going to want lots of space to put all your different visions for the different spaces in your home. Find somewhere to hang it that's in your workspace, maybe where you're planning your makeovers, in your computer area, where you typically do your kind of thinking and planning about your home. Tucking mine in my office has been fantastic. Obviously, I do all my design and planning work in here, so I can always refer to it, add on to it as I go. I even sprang for some little gold pins. I just thought they were so cute. I typed up little labels for every single room in our house so that I could start categorizing all these clippings and printouts into little groups for each room. I've already combed through my stacks and stacks of interior design magazines, looking for pictures that inspire me, and I found quite a bunch. I didn't really judge anything that I was looking at, didn't really think about it too hard. If I liked the picture, I just cut it out and grabbed it. I've been collecting those for a while and saving them along with any magazines or catalogs that come in, but I think I'm also going to have to go into my Pinterest boards online and grab some of those photos too, print them out on my home printer so that I have a full picture of what I really want. It's really different things about each picture that I'm gravitating towards. Maybe it's the wall color, maybe it's a piece of furniture. Usually it's not everything in a picture. My style's definitely pulling more traditional in the last year for sure, but I'm still drawn to some of this modern element. It's just not all modern like this anymore. If we were we're gonna go really modern in one area of the home, it would be the den space, but we could never accommodate a chair this size. Kind of a tight space. It's definitely sizable. We can probably go for some sort of modular sectional in there at some point, maybe a smaller scale accent chair, but something big and chunky like that is a no-go. I could potentially see a lamp, you know, with sort of an interesting, elegant curve in there, especially in black, because I think it would bring a lot of visual interest to the space. Maybe we're just gonna cut out the lamp. I feel like this is something that could totally pop up at like a discount home decor store, like Home Goods, maybe some version of this. That's where the bulletin board technique comes in really well for me anyway, because I can layer the pictures on top of each other, kind of exposing the most important parts of each. I can use my scissors and actually trim out the part that I'm focused on. This is definitely living room vibes. I love this swivel barrel chair in this velvet fabric, and actually did get one of these in the living room, and it's so beautiful. It's not this golden color, it's more of a beige tone, but so pretty. That's a good example of we don't need this whole picture anymore. We just need the part that shows our vision. So that overall, it's a collection of things that go together and highlights the things about each picture that I'm drawn to. I'm gonna start with ideas for the living room, since it's the first room you walk into when you enter our home. Then I'm gonna go kind of room by room and see how they flow together. These pictures are making me think that maybe a modern area rug might actually look really good in there. I keep thinking about this little gingham banquette piece of furniture, and although I absolutely love it, there is no chance that I'm choosing gingham as the fabric in there. Is there? Am I? This picture is so huge, and I don't need all of it to remember the idea. So I think I'm just gonna cut it so you can just see a couple panels, and then it'll take out these pillows that are not gonna be part of the vision. I don't want that cluttering up our idea board. And if you're like us and you have furniture that's still available on website, just go to that website, print out a picture of your existing piece that you're not planning to replace. That way you can see how it flows with the new elements that you're thinking about before you actually buy them. So I gotta get on the article site and print out a picture of our sofa. Another nice thing about a physical pin board is you can pin anything on it, whether it's paint chips or a Polaroid or anything that you have that you're grabbing, a brochure, something that you found in a store, catalog, anything. You can pin it to the board and it all works together. Pinterest is really limited to what you can find online. This tiny picture of a door was a big inspiration for choosing the style of doors that I did in our home renovation. Space is at a premium on the board right now, and I really want to focus on the projects that I'm working towards the next several months. So, you know what? It's December in Seattle. I'm making an executive decision. I'm going to save the front yard and backyard ideas in maybe a little Ziploc baggie. We'll do a little spring update on our home vision boards in an upcoming video, and we can get ready for all the summer projects that we have. That's when we'll tackle the yard. Right now, let's focus the board space that we have on the rooms in the house. The other awesome thing about doing a physical pin board, I think, is the ability to move things around and change it up. As my ideas are changing, I might not necessarily delete a pin from a pin board because something about it I still like and I don't want to lose it forever. Whereas with my physical pin board, if I don't want it on that particular grouping for that room makeover, for example, I can just pull that one piece off, leave the rest, and keep it in a file. Often I find that things I pinned or cut out or used in a vision board years ago stay in my mind, and if I don't take that idea and run with it when I found it, I can always go back to it, you know, in a couple years when it makes more sense. It's okay if your clippings are sort of pie in the sky, big amorphous dreams at this point. Like, just gonna say that for the record. We're not budgeting our dreams right now. Example, one of the pictures I cut out is of Emma Chamberlain's kitchen. Now, I don't know if you watched her Architectural Digest Open Door episode. I'll link it. Oh, wow. Her place is absolutely stunning. This picture blew me away. The green marble. I've always talked about my obsession with green marble. I've talked so many of you out of ripping it out of your homes, and I've helped some of you move past green marble if that's not really your thing. But her light, sort of sagey green marble throughout this kitchen and this like soft cabinet color. Can I recreate Emma Chamberlain's kitchen in my house? No. 1000% no. Did you see how much this light fixture in her dining room cost? So clearly there's no way. And honestly, am I ever gonna be able to afford my dream marble? I mean, I don't wanna be like a negative Nancy here, but like, it's unlikely, okay? Even if it was likely, I don't know if I could drop that kind of money on something like that. I'll continue to search for reclaimed. There's tons of green marble in reclaimed salvage shops that I frequent. I love to look for it since so many people hate it. It kind of benefits me. We're not going for the full cost plan right now. We're not going for, is this gonna work? We're looking for inspiration. We're looking for a feeling. We're looking for a warmth. It's a vibe check, okay? And the vision board is gonna set the tone, not only for one room that you're working on, but for all the spaces throughout your home, and will help you to see them all as one thing that should hopefully go together. This sort of global view of your home on one bulletin board, so you can kind of see how different elements play together. You can see what your whole home color palette might end up being, the slight variations from space to space, and how you can add variety throughout the different rooms of your home. I might not have it in the budget to get my dream bed right now, but having the pin board there, having it physically in front of my face, walking by it all the time, it's just gonna keep that idea top of mind, so that when the perfect deal arises, when I find the perfect DIY opportunity in a thrift store, when the perfect Facebook marketplace that's similar comes up finally at the right price, I'm ready and it's already in my mind. I can visualize it, I can see it. I can also use that to help me turn down things that aren't gonna fit the vision. Just because this bed is on Facebook marketplace and it's solid wood and it's the right price, it's not the vision. You know what I mean? And that can help avoid mistakes in purchasing as well. It's looking so good, but clearly I'm not done. I'm gonna have to go back to the computer and print off some of the images that are also part of my vision. What if I add on to this throughout the month of December? Honestly, it's gonna take some time to really solidify all my ideas for each of the spaces. Find me on Instagram and all the social medias at Lindsay Living. And if you create a home decor vision board, make sure to share it with me using the hashtag Lindsay made me do it. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, tap that bell icon so you don't miss any of our Vlogmas series episodes. Don't go yet. Check out Vlogmas episode 1 just in case you missed it. You're gonna love all the amazing, beautiful home decor things I found at the thrift shop and how I styled them across the home. Plus, if you're new to this channel, it'll give you a quick walk around to many different spaces so you can kind of get more of a feeling of my style beyond just the vision board. Happy decorating!